working percentages again today. I'm going to take some questions from yesterday's lesson, if you all have any, and then we'll move on to percent increase and decrease. If you have the worksheet pages, this is where we're going to start with the new lesson. You will be pleasantly surprised that this is a very short and simple process to find the percent increase and decrease. Okay, but first of all, I want to take any questions on pages 1 through 7 from yesterday. We were on this packet. I called it packet 2, I think. Yes, packet 2 that has to do with percentages, if you got that in your email. So, questions? Cool. So what about you on remote? Anybody have questions today? And remember that Friday is a Zoom day, not a video day. And that's where we do questions and answers. And you get to go back to the things that you still need to complete for the week. One more time, any questions from yesterday?
No, I'm good.
Wow, no. You guys are awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is percent increase and decrease. I'm telling you. Here we go. Now the increase and decrease, deciding on that is so easy because the increase is if the price goes up and the decrease is if the numbers go down. So that's not a big deal. Here's the formula. You take, you subtract the original and the new price. Just subtract those. Whichever one's bigger, you know, you're going to get a positive number here. Okay, the original price minus the new one. When you get that answer, you divide it by the original. Ta-da! That is it. Cool. I told you I don't lie to you. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Number 1 on the worksheet says the original amount is 300. They don't say whether it's dollars or elephants. We don't know. The new amount, they said, is 180. So already you can see that this is a decrease. It went down, right? So we're going to find a percent decrease. Okay? So what we're going to do is subtract these. Subtract the two numbers, and we should get 120. Is that right? Yeah. So I have 120 because I subtracted these two over the original. And all you have to do from here is divide these out and get a decimal. Calculator. Because you know that the fraction sign means divide, remember that. So we have 120, you put that in first, divided by 300. Now we're going to get 0.4.
Yes.
0.4, right? That's right. The decimal, but I taught you how to change the decimal to percent. How do I change to percent? Right.
Zero.
Mm-hmm. So I move the decimal always 2 places to the right. And so we have a 40% decrease. 40% decrease in the price from 300 to 180. It's 40% decrease. Good? Happy?
Now I decided not.
Happy, happy. Let's do another one. Probably not on that page because all of those are exactly the same. Some of them increases, some of them decreases. Let's go to dollars. On the next page, we're dealing with dollars. So it's telling us if we went from earning $32 to earning $52.16, I want to know the percent of change here. Now, is it an increase or a decrease? Increase, because I went from here
Increase.
to here. It got bigger. It's an increase. Okay, easy enough. And so the way we figure this out is to subtract the two. Now, if you always use this and minus this, it might come up a negative, but when we're doing percents, we're not worried about that. So you can always take the big one minus the small one. You're always going to have a positive number in this case, okay? So I have 52.16 minus 32. Okay, so I have, this is the amount of change. This is the amount of change, not the percent. When I subtracted, I got this. And then you don't put it over the biggest number, you put it over the original number. The original number is what we started at. And then simply put it into your calculator and change to a percent. So now we have 2016 divided by 32. And it comes out 0.63. And so what percent is this? 63% increase in my pay. That'd be nice, especially if that's per hour. Wouldn't that be great? 63%, because this came out the decimal 0.63, but we need to change it to a percent, okay? Are we good? Let's look at, how about you guys online? Everything okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me let Luanny in.
Yes.
Luanny, are you there? Let's see if she made it. Yes, just not a microphone yet. Okay. Percent, increase or decrease. Now, all of those on that page are just money. You have to decide increase or decrease and find the percent, okay? Now, there is a chance that it's going to be over 100%. Let me see if I can find one. Yes, I'm pretty sure this one will come out that way. Hi, Luanny. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Your mic's on. Luanny, this information is in the same packet that we worked on yesterday. And it's page 8, percent increase or decrease. You might want to tune into the YouTube to see the first part of this, but this is a very easy process today. Okay. All right. I'm going to look at number 10 on that same page with the money. And let's do, the original amount is 57. I think this one will work. I'm not sure. And 23.37. Well, I mean, all of them will work, but for what I want to show you. Okay, we're going to find the difference here. Find the difference between the two prices. Is this going to be an increase or a decrease?
Increase.
What did you say, Irene?
I said increase. It's not.
It went from 57 down, so it's a decrease. Her writing backwards. Okay. And so we're going to find the difference between these. 57 minus 23.37. Oh, wow. 57 minus
Never,
20.37. Hit the wrong button. Okay. Yes, you are correct. So the difference between these, when I subtracted this, 33.63, and what do I do with that difference? Divide by the
57.
57, which is the original. Here's the formula. So I'm going to divide by the original. You can do 57 or you can do 57.00.
59.
And it'll be 59%.
Good.
0.5.
This is 0.59, but we're finding percent increase or decrease. So you change this to a percent. And so we have a 59% decrease. Good, good, good. Okay, let me see if there's anything that will come up.
So the numbers higher is going to be decreased. And then if the numbers lower on top.
Yes. It just says if I was buying something for $57 and now it's 23, yeah, they decreased the price. Okay, we're going to go to words. Don't let it scare you. We're on page 10 now. Do y'all have any questions yet?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Percent increase or decrease, but we're just going to use words. It's no big deal here. It says find the percent of change from 688 quarts to 172 quarts. So which one's the original?
688.
688, because it says from 688 quarts down to 172 quarts. Okay. Mary, tell me what to do.
Subtract.
What would you do to start this out?
Subtract 688 from.
Yes. She said subtract these two. We're going to subtract them. So I've got 688 minus 172. Did you get 516?
Yes.
Okay, so the difference, I subtracted the two and I got 516. And then,
Divide by 688.
yes, then we divide by the original. Where we started is 688. Good job.
0.75.
I'm hearing somebody. I think it's my remote people.
It comes down to 0.75.
You are absolutely correct, Isabel. 0.75, which changes to a percent, 75%. Yes?
Yep.
Yay? And yes, it's a decrease. I'm sorry. Decrease. Excellent. Excellent. Let's go down to the ones that have more words. Number 6. I'll read it. More words and more words and more words. Okay. And my suggestions yesterday and have been before that if you have a word problem, you should not worry about the math at all. Just read it. Okay, so I'm going to read it to the remote people. Louise is preparing a raised bed vegetable garden for spring. She uses 400 pounds of topsoil initially. Initially means in the beginning. She uses an additional 580 pounds of topsoil to raise the height of the bed. Find the increase in percentage of the quantity of soil used to make the vegetable garden. Okay, now, since we know what we're doing, we're planting vegetables. Okay, then they're talking about, they ask about the increase in percentage. So we know we're going to use this formula. I see everybody working. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. she started with 400 pounds of topsoil. And then she used it. She used an additional 580 pounds after she did the first part, okay? And they want to know what is the percentage of change here. Now, when they say the percentage of change, they're just wanting to know increase or decrease. So the difference or subtracting these comes to 180 divide by the original.
0.45%.
I heard an answer.
It's 0.45%.
Point, is it 0.45 or 0.45%? Those are two things.
It's 45%.
Very good, very good. It comes to 0.45 when you do the actual division, it's a decimal, but we need to change to a percent. So Isabel told us it's 45%. Now is it increase or decrease? Increase, because we started small and got bigger. Increase.
And the answer says 145%.
It says what?
145.
145?
The answer.
No, that's,
Let me find out.
I got 45%.
Yeah, that's what it says. I only got.
Oh, we
45.
did have, I need to tell you guys about a wrong answer on yesterday's assignment, okay?
And we only said 45? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is that the 145?
Oh, 145. Oh, I see.
For now, I think the 45% is correct.
yeah.
Okay, unless I figure out something different, because 100% would mean 100%. You know what? I wonder what they did.
I'm getting 245.
Now this problem didn't make it clear, but listen to this again. They may have done this. Let's see if this is what they did. Find the increase in percentage of the quantity of soil. So I'm wondering if they went from 400 pounds, this is only what they added to what was already there. So I'm wondering if the new amount of soil is 980. Because they're talking about the soil that's on the garden. Do y'all see? And so when she put that first 400, that's 400. But when she put 580 on top of it, then the new quantity of soil is 980.
So that was added to the 400.
So what we're going to do here is use these numbers, is what I think they're asking us to do. So then this would be, the difference here would be 580, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Let's try 580. And divide by 400.
Yeah, that's 145.
1.45.
Mhm. Okay, so then that came out 1.45. Interesting. And so when you move this two places, don't try to go, try to make it something else. Just move two places again, which makes it 145%, because they're talking about the total soil that's on the ground, on the garden.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay.
I always check the answer.
It's good to always check. That's why I give those to you. So online, are you totally confused, or did you understand what I did there?
I understood.
Okay,
I understood also.
I misunderstood the question. Okay, so this is the correct answer for that. They weren't asking what's the difference between what I put on the garden. It's what is on the garden after I put some more stuff on it. Kind of. Sorry about that. I learn, I live and learn, and I'm old. Live and learn. Okay, let's look at the next page, which is actually the last page you're going to look at today. I think you're okay with the top part. We better look at a word problem. Okay, and see. So do you all want to do 11 or 12? Going? 11, okay. The half dome at National Park is 8,840 feet high. Due to strong winds, James was able to scale only 70% of, did you hear that? 70% of the total distance. Okay, now listen to the end. How many more feet does he need to scale to complete his hike? So what we're doing here, and I love pictures when I need to set my brain straight. And so here's this that he's supposed to go, and the half dome. And it is 8,840 feet all the way here to here, okay? Now it says the winds were pretty strong, and so James was only able to get about this far. He was able to get 70% of the height. Now look at the end. It says how many more feet does he need to complete the hike? So they need to know this. Okay? Now there's two ways you can do this. I'm going to do the normal way that we're talking about, okay? So what we need to know, if we need to know feet here, then we need to know how many feet this is right here. So it says 70% of, what does of mean? Times. So I'm going to say 70, it's percent. I'm going to change it back to a decimal. So my decimal place goes backwards to 70% of 8,840. We're going to find out how many feet he climbed. So he climbed 6,188 feet. Did y'all get that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how much James climbed. They're not asking that. They want to know how many more feet it's going to be for him to get to the top. What are you going to do?
Divided by 70%? No?
Just think of this normal, Irene. Just think, if you're going to climb to here, that's 840. Well, I've already gone 6188. How much more do I have to go to get to the top?
Oh.
Subtract from
You're
the
gonna
8840.
Yeah, you're going to take the total and subtract 6188, because this is how far I have to go. I've gone this far. How much do I still have to go?
200, it's 2,652.
2652.
See, they didn't ask for a percent increase or a percent decrease, did they? We need to go by what they're asking. And so it came up 2,652 feet. Is the answer to this question. Mary, check it, make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how much further he has to climb to get to the top. Now, I told you there's another way. If y'all like this way and you don't want to be confused, close your ears. Okay? Now, this is the way I do, sometimes you guys wonder, how do you do that in your head so fast? Well, I do a shortcut. All the way up would be 100%, wouldn't it? If you get all the way to the top, you've gone 100% of the way, right? Well, if this part is 70%, then this part is 30%, isn't it? So if I want to know this feat, how about if I just take 30% of the whole thing? Let's try. If I just say 70% is this, and then I subtract. But a faster way is this is 70%, then there's 30% more to go. So I say 30% of the whole. If y'all don't want to do it this way, it's fine. And guess what it is?
Same thing.
It's the same thing. All the way is 100%. If this is 70%, then the other part that we want to know is 30%, right?
Yeah.
If you understand this, then use it. If you don't be worried about it. Any questions on that?
No.
Are we doing okay? Luanne,
Yes,
did
ma'am.
you finally get you got your microphone, didn't you? Good, good.
I'm
So,
doing good. I'm doing good.
I love having you on.
Me too.
Okay, do you all have any questions? That was the last page we're going to deal with today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about interest, simple interest, and I may talk to you about compound interest. We'll see. Okay, but definitely simple interest tomorrow. What I want you to concentrate is just the percent increase and decrease pages. If you numbered your pages, it's 8 through 11. If not, it's just all the pages that say percent change or percent increase, decrease. There are 4 pages. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I'm good.
Pretty decent lesson, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm finished. If y'all want to go to work
Okay.
on your
Okay.
homework.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. We will see you later. Have a busy day, Isabel.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.
You know, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Now you too, Miss
Get better,
Deborah.
Sherry.
Thank you.